Hey Siri, define rusty.
Rusty means of a metal object affected by rust. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yeah, probably should, please.
It means of knowledge or a skill impaired by lack of recent practice.
Probably more accurate, isn't it?
Yeah, that's about right.
Should we see how this goes?
Let's give it a go.
The words we haven't said for quite a while. Welcome back to Fine Leg to Full Forward. It's good to be back. It's good to see you, mate.
Good to see you too, mate.
I feel like I have seen you, but I haven't really seen you. It just hasn't felt normal, considering it's been so long.
Yeah, well, we're best mates, so we can't really stay away from each other for too long. But
You're right. But
yeah,
our longest planned hiatus.
correct.
Obviously, the 7 months off wasn't planned. The couple of weeks off from COVID, I hope that wasn't planned. Got a bit of explaining to do if that is the case. But welcome back. Welcome back to yourself. Welcome back to our lovely listeners, our lovely audience. It's been a while. We said we've completed cricket season. We were there at the start. We were there at the end.
Yep.
And don't know about you. Pretty proud of that. Looking back on that, going, well done us.
Probably the first full, I guess, somewhat season that we've done. Like of all the times that we've been on the air, I feel like we've either come in midway through the season, or we've just done a bit at the end or a bit at the start. So
yeah. So hopefully we keep this momentum going. I think we said last time hope to do a full footy season. That's definitely the goal.
Yep,
We went for a kick the other day.
we did.
You might see that on the Fine Leg to Full Forward Instagram page at Fine Leg to Full Forward. Funnily enough, please go check it out.
We obviously haven't kicked a footy in a while, so that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take.
It went better than expected. You had 2 kicks.
Yep.
And you nailed both of them from the pocket. The only reason you had to redo them is because we couldn't hear you when you spoke afterwards.
Trust.
Yeah, shock horror. And then I took 3 goes. I took 3 goes to find the target.
But that one at the end was mint.
I mean, yeah, the outside of the foot banana.
Yeah.
More satisfying as well when it goes through. Before we get into it, what's been going on? What's been happening? Tell the lovely listeners.
I started busking for the first time, which was pretty cool.
It was very cool.
Bit of an experience. Played a couple of sets last week. Doing one tomorrow as well, actually. It
This is a plug.
But by the time this goes out,
I just realised that it's going to be too late by the time.
This is a plug for you to.
How was busking yesterday?
Oh, it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Didn't choke.
That's good. I like it. Speak it into existence. But I came and saw you on the Friday.
Thanks for coming, mate.
Anytime. Well, obviously apart from Wednesday because I wasn't there for that show. But mate, it was so good to see you. You've obviously been wanting to do it for a while, and I don't know how you did it. There's so much going on around you. Like I feel like it's so different to performing on stage. Not that I really have that much experience doing that, but people are there and they're focused on one thing, and that's you on stage. People are just walking by. You got to like grab their attention and not be distracted by everything that's going on. I was just standing there watching you going.
And there is a lot going on. There is a lot of friendly people in this city. A lot of trams going past. Both sets were right in front of a tram stop, so plenty of people getting on, getting off. Lots of people waiting for the tram, so they sort of hover around. Anyway,
I mean, you did very well. You did so well. The entire time I was sitting there going, I don't know how he's doing this. I don't know how he's doing this.
I struggled a bit the first day. I think you sort of get into the zone. You've got to ignore, you've got to block everything out. And I think I'm going to have to think about that tomorrow, because tomorrow I don't expect sort of any mates or anything to be there. So it's going to be pure busking. Like
That's what happens when you plug it the
Yeah.
day after. Yeah,
That's what I
that'll
get
do it. That'll do it.
Why isn't anyone here? I plugged it on the podcast, which is coming out tomorrow. But that's going to be a pure experience because it's sort of like, just randoms on the street. So
Yeah, no, that'll be fun.
apart from that, folks moved up to Sydney, so I've had a couple of Sydney trips already.
Yeah.
But I see that sort of happening a lot, probably once a month, once every couple of months. So, apart from that, that's just life in general. Yourself, what have you been up to?
What's new with me? What's new with me since our last episode?
Nothing off the top of my head. Like I don't know.
Plenty off the top of my head, mate. Did you mean that?
I did.
I was going to say, that was really good. That was too good to be an accident. But yeah, obviously accepted defeat. Father Time, undefeated as he is.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned I've shaved it not too long ago, a few months ago.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned something on the podcast. We're doing all the Alan Shearer comparisons and all that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, stay tuned to see if it grows back or doesn't.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
It didn't. It didn't. Now I get to focus all my energy into improving the hair on the other side, the other side of my head. Can I say how bullshit that is?
What?
Usually, if you struggle to grow hair this side,
Yeah.
you're usually pretty well looked after down here.
Is that a rule of thumb, or is
More
that...
often than not,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
I guess it's not like you can't grow a beard. Like
It's the quality of beard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
okay.
even. It's the quality of facial hair. I wouldn't even say.
I was going to say going back to, I don't know what episode it was, but maybe like episode 6 or episode 5. If you go back through the archives, you'll see a beard and a half from this bloke.
And that is why. Good use of the word archive, because they're all archived on the YouTube channel. They will never see the light of day
you
again.
can't see him. They can't see him.
YouTube is 25 onwards.
What?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
But yeah, obviously I've now begun life as a bold man.
Yes.
But that is something we will come back to.
I most definitely.
For the first time in 3 or 4 weeks, should we run it back?
Let's run it back.
Okay, so running it back, just a bit of a tone shift here. We do like having a bit of fun. We try not to take life too seriously on this show, but obviously the biggest story from the Australian sporting world the last week was the shot passing of the legend that is Shane Warne. Still doesn't feel real. Can't wrap my head around the fact that we're not going to see him get old with other legends of the game. Like, it's so bizarre.
Yeah. We should add as well, the first thing when I didn't quite believe it, when you sort of fact check and you always Google things yourself. I remember doing that, and the first thing I saw was a tweet by Shane Warne talking about Rod Marsh.
His last tweet.
That was the last tweet.
Yeah.
Obviously, rest in peace to Rod Marsh as well.
Yeah.
Who passed away a day before or something like that. It's just it still hasn't quite sunk in for me, and I don't think it will for a little while. But how about we just share a memory each of
what's
Warnie?
what's your best memory of Warnie?
I think, and this might be a bit of a strange one, given how well he's bowled for Australia and all the amazing week deliveries he's bowled. For me, it was in the Big Bash.
Yeah.
When he was, I'm not sure if you remember, but I forget if it was BBL02, one of those seasons. He was commentating while he was bowling.
Yep. Yeah.
And it
was early on. You're right. Yeah.
It was early on, and he was talking the listeners through his thought process when he was bowling. I think he was bowling to Brendan McCullum at the time, and he was like, "I'm going to put one out wide here, see what he does, see if he frees the arms up," and he sort of did. Went big, and then the next delivery was like, "Okay, he's done that. Now I'm going to slide one through because he's going to be looking to sweep." Exactly as rehearsed, goes to sweep, cleans him up through the gate. And I was just like, Shane Warne, obviously, he was very opinionated. He was very strong in his opinions, but he had a beautiful cricket mind, and that was a pure example of it. So that's my Shane Warne memory. What have you got?
See, I've had a very different experience with Shane Warne. Like, always been amazed by his career as a cricketer. My early memories of Warney are probably 2005 Ashes, where he dominated. Obviously, it was a losing effort, but I think it's like some stupid 40 wickets in the series, which is just insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I got used to growing up with him terrorizing England, and the Barmy Army would always sing "We Wish You Were English." So didn't really grow up with having him as a hero, as I know so many Aussies did.
Yeah.
And of late he's been a commentator. He's been a very opinionated commentator, and we quite enjoy taking the piss out of him, back and forth. Off air we quote, "Fuck you, Marlon. You're gonna grab some more people," which is What are the memories? I mean, he stood up for what he thought was right, and as much as didn't like him going to the Stars or anything like that. He's a part of cricket that will never ever be forgotten and shouldn't be.
Yep. I know the Victorian government has put in I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but they have announced that the Great Southern Stand at the MCG will be renamed to the SK Warne Stand, which I think is quite fitting. I think he's definitely earned it. If someone has earned it,
he probably deserved it while he was still with us, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Very true.
So rest in peace, Warney. Rest in peace, Rod Marsh. The cricketing community will never be the same.
Absolutely. We are talking about cricket, and the Aussies are over in Pakistan at the moment playing the first test
on a road,
on the road and on a road. Absolutely, it is. I was reading an article today about the ground potentially getting demerit points for that, because if the ICC deems it a poor ground, and you get too many demerit points, you're banned from hosting an international game for a year. So that may be the case.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not. But it has been an absolute run fest. A couple of Pakistan players notched up 150s. I think Azhar Ali looked very comfortable out there, and the Aussies all had starts. Obviously, Aussie made 97, excruciatingly close to a fairy tale 100 in the country of his birth, but wasn't to be. Plenty of other starts as well. Marnus made 90 odd. Smith made 78. But to be honest, it's never going to be anything other than a draw. So it's kind of that's just the way the game has gone.
And it can happen. It can happen over there, especially. Just I don't know. Good to see the batsmen getting some balls under their belt. I don't know.
I guess so. They out of all the pitches in Pakistan, in Rawalpindi was supposed to be supposedly the best for seamers. Apparently not. But
well, there's evidence to suggest that nah.
But we are where we are.
There we go. So that's the big cricket news out of the way. Mm-hmm. Are we ready to just kind of?
This is the segue.
Dip our toe
into AFL.
Clearly a committed fan. So, putting some emphasis on the full forward part of fine leg to full forward. We've nailed the fine leg part, I think, as we mentioned, a full cricket season.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time. We said on Instagram, footy's back and so are we, so we kind of have to be talking about footy.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, there's not a whole lot of it this episode. But the Amy Community Series has wrapped up.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, everyone's got a game or so under their belt. We'll just go through I'm not going to touch on all of them because we don't do that.
Yeah.
Blues beat the D's in a tight game. Plenty for Carlton fans to get excited about there.
There was a comeback. They were ahead by a lot.
Well, it's like youngins, mate. You got to just blood the youngins. Although Cripper was looking good. He looks like he's had a real good off season.
Yeah.
Looking lean, looking fit.
Yeah.
The Doggies beat the Lions. I think it's a bit of a rivalry there. The Doggies and the Lions.
Potentially.
Obviously not in the Amy Community Series because no one cares. But the Dogs midfield, although they went down, the Dogs midfield is still delicious.
Absolutely.
Swans beat the Bombers. Nope, that's not what I meant to say. Saints beat the Bombers.
Uh-huh.
The Saints beat the Bombers.
Yep.
And the Suns beat the Cats. Took Miller is a freak.
Took Miller.
We love Took Miller.
We
Big
definitely
big fan of the show.
Big fan. We are a big fan of Took Miller.
He is. He's a member of the Finally to Full Forward Friends of the Show Team of the Year from last season.
Really?
Yeah, he made it. So let's see if Took goes back to back.
Probably will.
Probably will. It's very, very likely that's the case. And yeah, all the other results seem pretty much business as usual. So there we go.
BAU.
BAU. Not long to go until the season starts. But for this week's Run It Back, inspired by our recently bold member of Finally to Full Forward, is it me?
I'm not far behind, but yeah.
Look, I don't know which one of us it is. We'll figure it out. But I thought we'd do something a bit different. And do let us know if you like these weird random episodes that we do, because Run It Back when we do these isn't necessarily Run It Back. But just let us know your thoughts.
We love it. But yeah.
We do find they are the most enjoyable episodes. I'm asking for feedback before we've actually gone through what we're going to go through. Love that.
Yeah.
So I've developed a bracket.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got four sections.
Mm-hmm.
All going to the middle being the brackets work. And I want to determine the boat.
The boat.
The boat.
The boat.
The boldest of all time. So, I've got him here. I'm prepared this week.
Yeah.
We've had 4 weeks off, and this is what I've been doing. It's definitely not. So,
pieces of paper.
we've got a bracket on there, as you can see. Have a pen as well, because we've got some serious discussion going on here.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we've got 4 different segments. All right, different sections. So, in one section of the bracket, we've got AFL, because footy's back, and so are we.
Yes.
So we've got AFL in one corner. We've got the NBA in another corner, because there's just so many NBA players that have no hair.
Correct.
We have other athletes, which is like a bit of a miscellaneous section.
Yep.
And then we've got a celebrity section, which is very unlike us, but we just thought,
fun.
Okay, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So what we're going to do, we're going to work through each matchup.
Yep.
And figure out who would win in a fight.
So what sort of fight? Like a punch-on or like a...
Like anything. Anything. We need to try and justify this
a rap
any
battle
fucking way we can. No, a physical fight. A physical fight. And so it's worth mentioning as well that I've randomly generated each of these first round matchups.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
I can't believe
anything is possible. Do we go through all the matchups to start with, or do we just kind of go through it bit by bit? We'll go through the matchups, I reckon.
Yeah, go.
So we'll start with the AFL section, because we're an AFL podcast. Can you not tell? So the first matchup in round 1 is Kevin Bartlett versus Chris Judd. Couple of icons there.
Yes.
The second matchup is Gary Ablett Jr. and Jared McVeigh. We've got Bruce Dool and Paul Chapman.
Yep.
Barry Hall, who'll probably do very fucking well, and Peter Matera.
Yep.
So that's the AFL matchups. We've also got the NBA section. So we've got Michael Jordan versus Charles Barkley. Again, randomly generated. We've got Ray Allen versus Kevin Garnett. Again, randomly generated. We've got Kobe Bryant versus Jason Kidd. And then we've got Shaq versus Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yep.
Miscellaneous section. We've got Zinedine Zidane.
Yep.
Against Usain Bolt.
Yep.
We've got Kelly Slater versus Jack Leach. Don't fucking say it. We've got Andre Agassi against Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods probably a little prematurely, but just accept it, mate.
Got to get Tiger in there.
Got to get Tiger in there. Nathan Lyon, the GOAT, but will he be the boat, against Doug the Rug Bollinger. And then we've got the celebrity section.
Yep.
So I hate that I put this one in there. We've got Pitbull.
I love that you put that in there.
Fuck Pitbull. We've got Dave Chappelle, your boy. We've got Vin Diesel against Jason Statham. Again, randomly generated.
How is that randomly generated?
We've got Seal versus Terry Crews. And then we've got Jim Rash, who's Dean Pelton from Community, and The Rock. Where are you going to get... Where are you going to get this kind of AFL content anywhere else?
Just a reminder, we're a podcast.
We're an AFL podcast. So, with that,
let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
Without any further ado, Kevin Bartlett versus Chris Judd. What are your thoughts? What are your initial thoughts there, mate?
Look, if you're talking longevity,
yep,
KB, right?
You reckon KB?
Oh, you can't. I mean, like, icon.
Yeah.
And like, wait, what are you talking? Height wise, they both. I'm trying to think now. Look, in hindsight, probably should have done a bit more research on it. But
no, I don't want you thinking like that.
Okay.
I want you've got to try and justify this as creatively as you can. But if you want to go KB, first thought, best thought, I'm happy to do that.
What do you reckon?
I didn't have anything to split these guys, so I'm happy to go KB on longevity. I feel like, Juddy ended his career in an unfortunate way with a knee injury. Let's go KB. So KB is
moves on
to the next round. So we're just gonna we've both got a bracket here, but we're just kind of gonna track it because we've got to agree on it.
Yeah.
Gary Ablett Jr. versus Jared McVeigh.
I think Gaz.
I don't really think we need to justify that.
Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah. But again, like, are we talking about like a fight?
Fight. See, yeah, Gaz is a nice guy.
Yeah. But like, we got to put Gaz through there, right?
You got to put Gaz through. Yeah, I think Jared McVeigh's been hard done by there because we're not really considering him because he's up against Gaz.
I feel like you've deliberately put him there so Gaz can go straight through.
How many times do I have to say it's randomly generated? You have to see how many tabs I had open. I'm not even kidding. Okay, Bruce Dool and Paul Chapman.
Whoa. I reckon, looking at some highlights, I haven't seen many, but I've seen a few highlights of Bruce Dool.
Yep.
He was a big unit.
Yep.
Wasn't super tall, but he was a big unit. Not saying Paul Chapman's not.
Oh, Chappie's a feisty boy.
Yeah.
But Bruce Dool was apparently lost his temper twice.
Yeah.
In an AFL game.
Yep.
And it's a good thing he only lost it twice. From what I've read from all reports. So despite my Geelong bias, I'm happy to put Bruce Dool through.
Let's go.
All right. Sorry if I can summon it in my eye. Cool. Bruce Dool. This one seems pretty easy, I think. Who's going to win in a fight?
Barry Hall versus anyone.
Well, yep. Apparently he's fighting Sonny Bill Williams.
What, in like a charity game or something?
Is he trying to be a boxer? I don't know.
Really?
I swear he's had a fight before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So Barry Hall, Peter Matera, you kind of have to go Barry Hall.
I've already started writing it down.
Pete, if you're listening, mate, sorry. Random generated. All right, so do we do like bit by bit? Do you want to finish the AFL bracket, or do we want to move on and do it like round by round in each bracket, each corner of the bracket?
I reckon we finish the AFL first, get to like a certain point here, and then go.
So that we're left with one.
Yeah,
in the AFL.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah. So no, I like it. KB versus Gaz. Sorry for any Spotify listeners there. I just belted the table for no reason.
Did it hurt?
A little bit. It's all right.
What did you belt it with?
Like an heel, mate.
Heels are right.
There might not be a table for much longer.
Foreshadowing. I like it.
Foreshadowing. KB versus Gaz, mate. Who you got?
Who have you got? I feel like I've been answering all these.
Really? I feel like all I've done is talk.
I don't know. I don't remember how big KB was, because obviously Gaz was very small.
Yeah. Do you want me to Google it? Shall I Google it now?
Yeah,
I'm happy. My thinking is I don't see Gaz beating up 2 people. That's the only way. That's the only way I could justify it. So
and KB's got longevity, so
KB's got longevity. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not fucking Googling it.
Yeah.
That'll do. That sounds like a decision's been made.
Justified.
So KB.
All right, KB goes on.
KB is through to the final in the AFL part.
The AFL final.
So he's like the AFL division. He's through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Bruce Doull versus Barry Hall. I think this is Barry Hall.
I think so too.
I think this is Barry Hall.
I think Barry Hall's going to be hard.
I think he beats KB in the next round.
I think he beats KB in the next round as well.
Okay, so there you go. The boldest of all time AFL player is Barry Hall. He moves on to the next round.
Yep.
And he will face the winner of the we just did the AFL, of the NBA section of the bracket. Did you want to kick us off with the first matchup? Just to remind the listeners.
So, MJ, the arguably the GOAT.
He could be the GOAT boat.
He could be the GOAT boat.
Yeah.
Up against Charles Barkley.
Again, randomly generated.
Yeah.
Many a matchups in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. What do you reckon? So, obviously, Charles is, I think, a bigger boy.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy, old Chuck.
See, I'm tempted to I don't know, because fighting is so. Because initially I thought NBA is like 1-on-1 when you play someone 1-on-1, and obviously MJ is winning that against anyone pretty much any day of the week. But a fight, I'd be tempted to go with Chuck just because he's a lot bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you reckon?
I was leaning more towards MJ.
Okay. Go. Explain.
I don't see him. I mean, we've all seen The Last Dance.
Yes.
We know how competitive he is at fucking everything. You seriously think the matchups he's had with Charles Barkley, you seriously think he's going to fucking lose? You really think he's going to let himself lose a fight to Charles Barkley? I'm
True.
No. I'm not trying to I am trying to convince you, but I'm not trying to force you into anything.
No.
Consider that.
I completely forgot about The Last Dance for a millisecond, and then I remembered that he took it personally.
He took it personally.
He took it personally when I said that I thought Charles Barkley would beat him in a fight.
No, he's definitely going to beat Charles and you in a fight.
Yes, that's
so
MJ.
All right. Fuck. How's this fucking AFL content?
Easing our way in.
We've got to dip the toe in.
All right, next we've got a couple of Celtics boys, Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, well, Kevin Garnett hates Ray Allen. Well, no, there was a mini reunion at the 75th, like the All-Star.
The recent one.
Yeah, they all had the jackets on, the NBA 75th team.
Wasn't that awkward? Wasn't that I swear, when you saw some of these legends that are really old and some of these new guys, and they're just standing there and just
Yeah. I mean, the likes of Kawhi Leonard looks awkward against anyone, so I mean, you take it with a grain of salt. Is that the saying?
I guess so.
I know that I've fucked up sayings here before.
That's fine.
On this, you know what?
So Kevin Garnett hates Ray Allen. But does Ray Allen hate Kevin Garnett?
Well, I don't know. I know that they didn't invite Ray Allen to the 2008 reunion championship celebration thing because he left for Miami.
Yeah,
who was obviously a big rival at the time.
Yeah.
But I think Kevin Garnett would fucking squish Ray Allen.
I reckon too. And I'm for those that don't know, I'm a Timberwolves fan, so I'm tempted to go with.
I'm happy to go to KG then. That's no stress from me. Okay, I think this next one's a pretty easy one. Kobe Bryant
against
the late great Kobe Bryant, Jason Kidd.
If it was about assists, and I wish it was about assists, I would go with Jason Kidd. But if it's about anything else in the world, and it is, Kobe it is.
The Mamba mentality. Kobe Bean Bryant. All right, and the last NBA matchup, the last first round rather, Shaquille O'Neal and Kareem. A couple of monsters athletically.
Yep.
Kareem height, Shaq everything else.
Everything else.
As well as height.
Yeah. Kareem could throw in a couple of sky hooks.
He does have the reach. He's got the reach over Shaq. But, I mean, Shaq has plenty of reach. He's not a small man. We're talking like he's our height.
Shaq is a big boy. I think Shaq is going to be hard to beat.
I reckon Shaq
anyone.
As well. I reckon Shaq.
Shaq.
Cool. All right. So, this next round. So MJ versus Kevin Garnett. That's tough.
Both beasts.
Both beasts. KG's a psycho.
Mentality-wise.
Yeah. I mean, mentality-wise, MJ's as well.
Yeah.
And we can't just keep using the whole, he took it personally, so he's going to win. We can't
just say that again. Do you reckon physically, like, KG's probably bigger slightly?
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's more athletic. MJ's pretty athletic as well, but maybe we go with KG.
I'm leaning towards KG. Kevin Garnett, I'm happy to put him through.
He's Timberwolf boy.
I'm a Bulls man. Hold on.
Once a Timberwolf.
Once a Minnesota Timber Bull. All right, we'll go KG. We'll go KG. KG. Kobe versus Shaq.
Oof.
Ooh, haven't we read this story before? It's got to be Shaq.
Yeah, I was hoping to take a bit more time on it, just to give it a bit more attention.
Do you want to add to the narrative any more than?
No, but I mean, like, I'd agree that Shaq would probably win, but it's just like it's.
I wonder how they'd go on the same team.
Like fighting, like a 2-on-2.
I just meant on the same team in general.
Oh.
Shaq. Shaq. And then
Shaq versus KG. This is tough. This is very tough. I'd be tempted to go with Shaq.
I was thinking Shaq as well.
I'd be surprised if Shaq doesn't take this whole thing out, to be honest. But we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. But happy to go with Shaq.
I'm happy with Shaq.
Take out the B.O.A.T, the NBA bracket of the B.O.A.T.
Yep.
Shaq.
I'm happy with that. All right, moving on to the other athletes. This was, I'm struggling to find and decide on what bold athletes I want to put in there, and I can't really categorize them. So you're just going as other.
Yep.
Miscellaneous.
Yep.
So the first round matchup.
We've got Zinedine Zidane.
Bon anniversaire. It's a Family Guy reference for those who's wondering.
Against Usain Bolt.
I'd want to say that. I'd absolutely want to say that.
I wonder how effective a headbutt would be in a fight
against the quickest man in the world. As much as I'd want to see it.
Yeah. I have seen a few videos of Usain Bolt sort of being a bit like, I remember after he won I think it was in one of the Olympics, I don't know if it was London or Rio or something, there was he tripped over something. It was like a quick trip.
Yep.
And he seemed very sort of like fragile in a way. It was like very like,
Right.
But
so
that is,
you're calling out the fastest man in the world.
Whoa,
being
hey,
soft.
Hey, let's not. That was one clip that I saw online.
We need a segment on this show that's just out of context headlines. Leave that with us. That
is a new segment in the works.
We've got to
just clickbaity sort of, yeah.
Yeah, but So you're on your way to making a point there. Sorry for interrupting you. I know how hard it is for you to get there.
Look, I reckon even though regardless of what I just said, I still think Usain Bolt is a lot bigger than Zinedine Zidane.
Yep.
And a lot quicker. So he could literally just run at him.
I don't think anyone's headbutting quick enough.
No.
All right,
no.
We'll go Usain Bolt.
Bolt.
Cool. All right, this will be an easy one. This will be the easiest one yet, I think. Kelly Slater versus Jack Leach.
Jack Leach.
Should we just put Jack Leach through? Don't fucking point at me.
I just
don't fucking point at me.
I was emphasizing. I was like, oh, Jack Leach. Oh, yeah. No, you just body language.
So we just want to put Jack Leach down now, do we?
Sorry, what?
No? Oh.
No, I was
you thinking Kelly Slater? Oh.
I was thinking Kelly Slater, yeah.
I don't know. We've seen Jack Leach hang in there in the clutch.
Have we?
Yeah, he was down the other end when Ben Stokes won Edgbaston.
True.
Was it Edgbaston? Yeah.
True. And he did save, he did play a big role in saving the Sydney Test, the recent Sydney Test as well.
He did.
Hangs in there.
Shout out to Jack Leach. So I think we can put Kelly Slater through there.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Andre Agassi and honorary slaphead Tiger Woods.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
I think Agassi.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think, Agassi was one of the best in the world at returning serve, but also counterpunching. So I reckon
that sounded like fighting terminology.
Yes. Therefore,
yep, I like it. Cool. Andre Agassi. Okay, seems we are an AFL podcast. Which two cricket? Nathan Lyon or Doug Bollinger? Again, that one, another funny, randomly generated matchup.
Yep. Just happened to be, yeah. I
reckon Doug the Rug, personally.
He seems like I've seen him more angry than Gaz. Gaz seems very easygoing.
Very easygoing, but I feel like he'll say things and that'll fire up Doug. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a battle of wit, you can fucking Bollinger off right now.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the Nathan Lyon has bants. So
Dougie.
Putting Doug Bo through. That was good. You were out of context headline back. I like it. Nicely done.
Counterpunch.
Okay. So next round of the miscellaneous athletes.
Yep. Usain Bolt against Kelly Slater. I actually don't know much about how big Kelly Slater is.
Really didn't think this all the way through.
No, it's fun though.
It is fun. I'm having a good time. Let us know. Let us know your thoughts.
We have fun.
Please. Oh, fuck, we have fun.
We have fun.
Oh, no, we have fun. But yeah, look, chuck us a comment wherever this ends up. If it doesn't end up on Instagram, chuck us a comment on YouTube. I can't fucking decide what to post there.
Yeah. And let us know if we're being outrageous. If you think, bloody Charles Barkley should have absolutely made it through or something like that, let us know.
Absolutely.
Call us out.
Love to hear thoughts on some of these matchups. As you can tell, we're stalling because I can't split these. I know we weren't going to use the whole with MJ. We weren't going to use the whole. He took it personally 2 fights in a row.
Yeah,
but I'm happy to just put Usain through on a speed. Sorry, Mr. Bolt.
Yep, I'll put him through as well, mainly because I don't know too much about Kelly Slater.
Cool. Agassi and Bollinger. When was the last time they were used in the same sentence?
That's the beauty of this show, mate.
You don't get this content anywhere else.
Yes.
Footy's back. And so are we.
I feel like Doug, just with the feisty
I'm
nature,
happy to put Doug through.
Yeah.
Does he still wear the rug?
I don't know.
It's funny as if he comes out on top still wearing a rug.
Although Agassi was very big on cocaine at a particular time, which
Was he?
Oh, big time.
All right, so you reckon that'd fire him up?
I reckon.
Okay, all right. I'd love to hear his thoughts on that justification, but we're going with Agassi. We're going with Agassi. What is this fucking show anymore, man? We shouldn't be allowed to take time off. We don't know who we are anymore. Okay. Usain Bolt versus Andre Agassi. Do we just put Agassi through then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fucking Andre,
Let's do
mate.
it.
All right.
The big Dre.
Andre Agassi. So onto the celebrity. Fuck, we gotta hurry this up. This could be the longest show ever. We gotta hurry this up. Okay, so celebrities. Give us the first matchup.
Pitbull versus Dave Chappelle. So I think we need to take time on this one because we've got a lot of respect for Pitbull. So we want to make sure we say a few words about Pitbull, particularly his song with Neo. I think that was probably his biggest song, right? Like,
let me know when you're fucking ready to move on.
He's not biting. I'm putting the bait out. I'm just waiting. I'm trying to.
I can't believe it's got out on this show. I've only got myself to blame. Fucking hate Pitbull.
That particular song, the what's it? Tonight, or
I don't know what it's called. He rhymes Kodak with Kodak.
that one. Luke's always been a bit of a fan of that song. So
Fuck off.
I'm pretty sure I did that in your 21st speech,
Someone roasted me for it.
and that's going back a while.
I think
but anyway,
old mate Danny Boy roasted me for Brexit,
yeah,
despite not living in the UK since I was 13 and having no grasp of politics over there or over here, to be honest.
yep.
Yeah, it didn't land. So, I mean, Dave Chappelle is one of your favourites, so I'm happy to just fuck off Pitbull.
Dave Chappelle, greatest comedian of all time, I reckon. Next,
Vin Diesel and Jason Statham. This is funny as they got matched up.
that is, I still can't believe that's auto-generated. Anyway, Vin Diesel and Jason Statham.
For those not aware, that's funny because of the 10,000 Fast and Furious movies.
Yes. I can't remember. Did they actually fight in the movies? Who wins in the movies?
I don't fucking know. You know, apparently because you know how The Rock and Jason Statham, they had the spin-off. I haven't seen it.
I haven't watched the Fast and Furious movie in about 6 years, 7 years, I reckon.
About that. Apparently I don't know if it's Jason Statham and The Rock and Vin Diesel or just Jason Statham and The Rock. Part of their contract is when they're in a fight scene, they can't lose the fight scene.
What?
Apparently. I don't know how true that is.
That's nuts.
I don't know how true that is.
That is insane.
Yeah. But we should keep this going. I reckon Vin Diesel just because
That is insane.
We don't want to move on from that just yet.
But that's so what?
Yeah, how fucking petty is that? How petty is that?
And it's a fake thing. It's not even. It's a movie.
It's a scripted. Dwayne Johnson was a wrestler. That is scripted fighting. It makes no sense.
That's insane.
But yeah, Vin Diesel, Statham. What are your thoughts?
Statham.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was going to go Vin Diesel because he'd have his family there. His backup. There's nothing you can't do with family.
You sold me. Vin Diesel goes through.
Yes. Cool. All right. The next first round matchup of the celebrity section.
Yep.
Seal and Terry Crews.
Yep.
What are your thoughts? Terry loves yogurt.
Yes, and Seal can fight.
Seal can hold his own.
He can. If you've watched Popstar Never Stop Stopping.
Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Sorry, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
It's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, in there he fights a wolf and wins. So
Seal?
I'm happy to put Seal through. All right.
Jim Rash and The Rock.
Jim Rash and The Rock. This is very, very one-sided. And I don't want to fucking hear your comments about this.
Yeah.
Jim Rash.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson would be too busy rapping about drive and power to not actually focus on it. And Jim Rash would get all his fucking doppelgangers to back him up. There's you see, we've been gone for a while, but the community references never...
Some things never change.
Cool. So we got Dave Chappelle versus Vin Diesel. Now, the thing is, I can't see Dave Chappelle getting through 2 fights without being cancelled.
Fuck me. Triggered.
So I reckon Vin Diesel. But I'm happy to hear your thoughts.
Oh, far out. That is so good. My goodness. Yep, go with Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Oh gosh.
Vin Diesel. Okay. What is this fucking show?
Seal and Jim Rash.
Seal and Jim Rash.
While Kiss from a Rose is playing in the background. And the
Okay, let me spin it to you this way. Kiss from a Rose. The peanut bar rap from Community.
Peanut bar rap. He loses control.
He loses control. He says Barack Obama is scared of me.
Jim Rash.
Jim Rash is through.
I've got a feeling.
No, don't say it. But yeah, me too.
I feel like he might take it out.
Okay, so moving on, it is Vin Diesel versus Jim Rash.
Yep.
I'm out of memes to split this.
Family versus Doppeldieners.
How far is too far?
With well, it's very obvious that we want Jim Rash to win this whole thing, but how do we make it not obvious that we're rigging it?
How many of the listeners even know who Jim Rash is? How many of the listeners actually watch Community?
But they should.
Okay, for that reason, Jim Rash is going through them. Okay.
This is just propaganda at this point, isn't it?
Might as well be, yeah. So our final 4. We've got Barry Hall going off against Shaquille O'Neal.
Oof.
And then the other side of the bracket, we've got...
Andre Agassi up against Jim Rash.
What is this show? Oh, God. This is such a good idea at the time.
I still love it. It's just
Yeah, I kind of do
funny.
too.
It's so good.
I'm just looking at the Barry Hall Shaq matchup.
Yeah. And then you compare it.
Trying to justify how Jim Rash is going to be one of them in a fight. What have we done?
Yeah. In hindsight, if we put like Vin Diesel or Jason Statham or The Rock through against Shaq or
We doomed The Rock from the start, putting him up against Jim Rash.
yeah.
You can blame the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just Andre Agassi's on his come down after his booger sugar, so he's not at his best.
Not at his
so
best.
We'll put Jim Rash through.
Yes, Jim Rash.
Jim Rash is through.
How did he get there? That's crazy.
I don't know. Who's fucking running this thing? Who's running this thing? And then, fucking hell, what have we done?
Barry Hall up against Shaq. That's a...
As much as we should consider the AFL representation here, because we are an AFL podcast. If you hadn't forgotten.
I think anyone in the AFL would get absolutely floored by someone that's 7'15" and a monster like Shaq.
Yeah, he's 7'15" both ways. I'm happy. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
And so, the showdown.
Okay. So, drum roll, please. Ashwin, could you do us the honours of announcing the final of the boat?
The winner or the final?
The final.
Sorry.
Give us the final. You've just wasted a perfectly good drum roll.
Sorry. In one corner, we have Shaquille O'Neal. I wonder how the mic picks up, like when you go like that. And
time will tell.
Yep. And in the other corner, we have Jim Rash.
Woo! I should have learnt the peanut bar rap before. Can I just say, we know the outcome here.
We do. I
Well,
think you do. I'm not sure if I do.
I'll say this. I really, really want to go to a costume party because I'm excited because I'll be able to dress up as Dean Pelton
Yeah.
as part of the costume.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really dress up as Shaq.
You could try. You'd probably get cancelled, but
Dave Chappelle's out, mate. Come on. I'm really, really, really struggling of other ways to justify Jim Rash winning. He's made it. He's made it to the final.
He's beaten. Let's look at his run to the finals.
Go through his run home.
Jim Rash has defeated The Rock,
Fucking destroyed The Rock.
made light work of Seal,
Who killed a wolf
pummeled through Vin Diesel,
and his family.
and absolutely destroyed a come down Andre Agassi.
We've not really portrayed him in the best light here, have we? And then on the other side, Shaq's beaten Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Yep.
Kobe,
Mm.
and KG.
Yeah.
I think for the variety
Mm.
and the story, we fucking love an underdog here on Final Leg to Full
We
Forward.
do. We do. Hence,
Life finds a way. And Jim Rash's life.
you know he won an Oscar?
He did win an Oscar.
That's insane.
Has Shaq won an Oscar?
I don't think so.
Well, then Jim Rash
He's
is going to use his Oscar to beat the shit out of Shaq. I don't want to hear this whole Shaq has 4 championships and finals MVPs to use. Nah. You can't decide which one. Jim Rash has his Oscar. Fucking bang. There you go. Bang. There you go. I don't really... This is a bit underwhelming of an end.
Nah.
Do you want to, do we do 3 cheers for... I'm not doing fucking 3 cheers for Jim Rash. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce that the Final Leg to Full Forward B.O.A.T, Boldest of All Time, is none other than Dean Pelton, Mr. Jim Rash. Well deserved. Outstanding effort. Can't wait to dress up as him at this make-believe costume party that I've just manifested out of nowhere. Believe it or not, that was Run It Back.
Was it?
That was Run It Back. We're fucking 54 minutes in. That was Run It Back.
Do we have time to switch on or anything? Or do we?
We've always got time to switch on.
We do?
Let's fucking do it. We're going to race through it though, spoiler alert.
All right.
Switch on.
Switch on.
Okay, so switching on. Just before we do that though, we need to add to the chaos that is this episode so far. I don't want to hear anyone coming for us about the likes of Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury, Jeff Bezos, Samuel L. Jackson.
People that would actually destroy everyone else in a fight.
Yeah, there can be honourable mentions. We do love an honourable mention here on the show, but yeah, they ain't cutting it. And to be honest, they'd fucking lose to Jim Rash anyway.
True. Nah, I think it's too powerful. It's like, when you see superhero movies and you've got one superhero that can do everything and then just kill everyone. It's just like,
it's
not,
That's why, what's her name? What's her name?
Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
She had to help out other planets.
Yeah.
Until the end of it.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it works well if both mothers are called Martha. Everyone's friends then. So, switching on. Sorry, everybody. This has been chaos. I hope you've enjoyed listening to it, though. I just have a quick switch on for you. Couple of bold goats in the AFL. Who averaged more disposals across their career? Chris Judd or Gary Ablett Jr.?
Oh,
quick answer. First thought, best thought. Moving on.
Initially, I wanted to say Gary Ablett, but I feel like he, towards the end of his career, he played a bit more time up forward. So I'm going to go with Chris Judd.
It was Gary Ablett.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think Chris Judd was just over 22. And I think Gary Ablett was just over 24.
Right.
Just shows how much he fucking got when he was playing in the midfield.
When he was, yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. But I think that, so I think it was the first or second year back at Geelong. Yep. Playing like half forward, he was averaging 20 touches.
Even is that? Yeah, jeez.
See? We're a footy podcast.
Yeah, talking about footy. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, fucking sharing with the boys.
Yeah, and Jim Rash. Yeah.
Fucking never lost it.
Yeah. All right, I've just got one question too.
Yep.
Out of our pool, the boat pool,
The boat bracket. Yep.
the boat bracket, who do you reckon would look the best with hair?
What type of hair?
Geez, that's a good one. I'm gonna go with who out of okay. Let's go with, I wouldn't say a mullet because it's too easy. You'd go with one of the AFL players. It's just too easy. I'm going to go with like a mohawk.
A mohawk.
Who out of our boat pool would look the best with a mohawk?
A mohawk.
Mm.
Oof. That's fucking tough.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. I know we're trying to rush through, what's this segment called? Switch on. Let's go Pitbull because it's a ridiculous haircut and he's a fucking cunt of a human.
So it would look good on him.
Nah, I'd want him to have the mohawk. I changed your question. Fuck you.
No, I like that.
Who'd you say?
Oh, geez, I wasn't prepared for that.
It's so. I always ask you, what do you think?
Yeah, I know.
You're never prepared.
I don't know. Jack Leach.
Jack Leach.
Jack Leach.
Jack Leach. Well
With a
done.
mohawk.
Fucking goated.
Yeah.
We love Leachy.
We do.
All right, well, we switched on. Sorry if you're a big fan of this segment and this is like the highlight of your week and we just kind of race through it. But you know what? Just looking at... You're not listening anymore. Let's get into my mate's multi.
Money! Money!
Alrighty, time for my mate's multi.
I've missed hearing you say that, mate.
Yeah?
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
It's good to be back. Is that the chair or is that your back?
That was the chair and then my leg.
Oh.
Getting old. Couldn't tell.
We did take a little bit of time off. So, going through my legs, you know how it works?
Hopefully.
Maybe. See if I know how it works. Leg one. At least one other member of the Australian cricket team on the board, managers, other coaches, will resign before our next episode. That didn't happen.
No, I don't remember hearing about that.
I kind of expected it to. It was sort of like, a big fallout, and JL's quite loved, I'd presume, by some members of the team, of the squad. So I thought, picking sides, someone might be like, I'm leaving too or whatnot, but I don't think it happened. So
No, I don't think so.
So that's
None
from one. Leg two, I would take a total of less than 4 wickets for the remainder of the Pell season.
I said this one wasn't going to get up.
You did?
For those who follow the Instagram page, and both ours and the Pelicans Instagram page, you'd know that Ashwin took his first ever fifer after saying that leg.
Never taken more than 3 wickets in a game, ever. So I kind of just assumed that would continue.
I'm glad you got that one wrong. I still have better career bowling figures there.
just quietly.
Come back when you got 5 for 10.
Oof.
Yeah, wow. What a flex.
Leg 3.
I forgot about this leg.
I forgot about this leg, sir. You will see at least one person in tears at the ground when Ben Cunnington makes his return to play another game for North Melbourne. I stand by it. I still think when it happens,
yep,
it'll be amazing and it'll be emotional and it will happen.
The thing is that you have the power as well. You can go there in tears yourself.
I can go to the ground and I can cry.
But you have to get the right week.
I do. I do.
4 or 5 weeks out of footy season.
Correct. Yeah. I was definitely caught up in the moment. I think when I made that leg, I think Cunner's returned to training or not training, but he was sort of came to visit the rest of it and everyone got around him and I was like, oh, Cunner's. So
none.
So none from 3. So it's a nice way to, ease my way back into it, I think.
Alrighty. I'll go through mine. So I said, leg 1, Virat Kohli will have not scored a century between our last episode and now.
Yeah,
an international century, and he hasn't.
that's correct.
1 for 1.
I wonder how long you're going to keep that one leg for.
You might see it pop up during footy season. We'll see what happens. Depends if how I'm struggling for legs. Leg 2, I said the Pels will have secured a home semi-final. That has happened.
Has it?
That has happened. We're playing in Dever Hills this Saturday.
Yep.
I don't know what ground though, but it's our home final.
One of the home grounds.
One of them. It might be a different one. Who knows? But yeah, 2 for 2. And then I said that someone will bet an outrageous amount of money on their pick for the 2022 Brownlow medalist, because obviously we're an AFL podcast, so there's some AFL in there. There's more than some. There's fucking loads of AFL in there, and this got up as well. Someone put $2,000 on Jason Horne-Francis to win the Brownlow at like $251 odds. So 0 from 3, 3 from 3. What's going on? What's good?
What's popping?
Usually at this point of the episode, we would then go to our legs for this coming week.
Yes.
But we've decided that there's not enough happening to justify multis for this week.
And because we spent about 52 minutes on the boat pool as well.
Right. You know, I was going to say no regrets. Some regrets? No regrets. No
come
regrets.
on. No regrets.
No regrets. So,
Jim Rash won.
Jim Rash won. Who would have seen that coming? Oh, boy. We should... yeah, what we'll do, though, we will do next week is a bit of a season preview. So I reckon there'll be a multi there about the season as a whole, and we'll kind of come back to them at the end of the season, because we're in a position at the start of a season to make some predictions, which we haven't been in before. So I'm very much looking forward to see how that's going to go. And
I'm also, I was going to wait until next week to announce this, but I'm making my long-awaited, awaited by no one, but long-awaited comeback.
Awaited by no one.
To Supercoach. I checked my, I tried logging in and it sort of said, you've already got an email. And I went back through my email, and the last email that I got from Supercoach was from 10 years ago. So this is a comeback and a half. So I'm joining my the uni fellas at the Room podcast.
We want to see you boys back soon. Hopefully you're back for this season.
Yeah, surely they'll be back. Absolutely. But yep, Supercoach, I'm back.
Supercoach.
So I'm keen to know more about footy. So hopefully I'm not as clueless this time around.
He's a new Ashton. He's a new man this time round. Although, speaking from experience, I'm not doing Supercoach this year, and the last 2 times I've done it, I've been kind of roped into it.
Yeah,
you lose interest rather quickly if you're not 100% in. Like we did a draft. We'll touch on it next week because I know you did a draft. But like the drafts that I've done, have been auto generated.
Oh,
like I just haven't rocked up to the draft, so it's just automatically picked for me.
Right,
and just go from there.
Yeah, right. Why'd you do that?
I don't care enough.
Yeah, okay.
Supercoach, I don't know.
Fair enough.
It's one of the worst things about me, though, in footy season.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I cared.
Yeah.
Well...
That's a nice way to end the episode about easing into footy.
Yeah. I mean, sorry about this episode. We started saying we were rusty, and I think that was obvious the entire way through. But I hope you've enjoyed dipping our toe in footy. Again, we'd love to hear your thoughts on these kind of episodes where we have a bit more fun and get a bit more creative with it, because it is much more enjoyable for us as well.
We have a lot of fun.
We love either type of episode. But yep, that's going to do it. We've waffled on. Thanks for listening if you're still listening, because this is a long-ass episode. Stay tuned next week. We're going to be balls deep in footy.
And on that note...
Keep kicking goals.
Keep kicking goals.
Sorry.